which we'll talk to Kinsey Schofield about in just a moment. We'll tell you when she's ready. Charles accepted €1 million in cash in suitcase from a sheikh. Let's find out what our royal correspondent has to say about this. She is the commentator, she is the founder, she's the editor-in-chief of To Die For Daily. It's Kinsey Schofield. Morning, Kinsey.
This, you are absolutely right, feels so wrong. Like, no matter what protocol they followed, this is not a good look for Prince Charles, especially when I feel like every week we talk about how he has a terrible reputation that he's got to clean up before he ascends to the throne. And here we are with this new scandal. That what's even scarier is these exchanges of money. It happened several times, allegedly, happened between 2011 and 2015. So I'm like sitting here going, what did I do in 2015 that might come up later? Like, I'm scared.
Well, I would say probably not, except multiple suitcases or carrier bags full of cash. I mean, the first one, you go, oh, well, you know, you don't want to offend the Qatari prince. You'll take the suitcase but 3 times, I mean, once is wrong, twice is sort of careless. The third time, €3 million in cash. I mean, that is so dodgy, isn't it?
It gets even dodgier when you find out that this happened at Clarence House. These were off-the-book meetings. Well, you know, that just feels really strange to me, and I don't think that there's any justification for it. This is not a good look for Prince Charles, and I want, you know, Michael Fawcett, he worked for Prince Charles's charity. He was let go a few months ago over another cash for access scandal.
This was the advisor whom was apparently, though Charles claimed that he had no knowledge of this, essentially selling access to Prince Charles for donations to the Prince's Trust charity.
Yes.
So, you know, I mean, if anyone doesn't know what it's like, you know where sometimes you can get someone who came, I don't know, 12th in a reality show to do like a little happy birthday video for 30 quid. Well, this is similar, just notch it up a few scales. So this is Prince Charles' advisor saying, you know what? Hey, bung the Prince's Trust some cash. We'll sit you next to Charles at a dinner. Yeah, it'll be great. You can spend some time with him. And apparently this was going on for quite a while.
When Michael Fawcett exited the picture, I remember watching Ingrid Seward, who is another very well-respected royal commentator, justify it on television by saying, well, this is just how it works. This happens all the time. But you can't tell me that Prince Charles is going to modernize the monarchy and slim down the monarchy and do something that normal people feel is despicable. And that is modernizing the monarchy. If he is really truly going to be this new prince, I know you saw him this week saying that we need to address slavery. I know you saw him this week saying that if any members of the Commonwealth want to leave, it's their decision. You know, he's trying to be this new and improved, likable prince. But these stories do not help in any way, shape, or form that negative opinion that we've based on him over the last few decades.
Do you know, and it was quite interesting where he said that, you know, anyone who wants to leave the Commonwealth, again, it makes me feel like we're in the Celebrity Big Brother house. You know, if anyone wants to, like, the lines will open now.
Who's going to be eliminated
Which
next?
country from the Commonwealth would you like to admit? Will it be Rwanda? Call 0345. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to be. Like, it just feels very, very wrong. But yeah, I get where he was coming from. That he was just trying to be modern, as you say. But it's his mother I feel sorry for. I mean, she must read these headlines going, oh my God, every time she thinks, you know, I'm just going to have a little rest. You know, maybe now, as I'm in my the twilight years of my life, I can sit back and hand the whole shebang over. And now she must be thinking, oh God, I've got to carry on for another few years now.
Oh, I know. All she's trying to do is watch Celebrity Big Brother and, you know, eat her biscuits. No, I totally agree. Oh, and then, so I wanted to respond to your comments earlier about just how
stupid
not
they are, two short planks they are.
Right, not fully formed. And I got a scoop on my podcast this week. I uploaded it just last night. I interviewed the author of Let's Have Another Drink about the Queen Mother. His name is Gareth Russell, and he told me that he got to spend a lot of quality time with the Queen Mother's friends because they were so irate over her portrayal in The Crown Season 4. So he talked to a lot of people that had never spoken before about the Queen Mother. And there was, this is just totally justifies what you said. She got wind that Prince Charles wanted to move to Tuscany in the early 90s during the Princess Diana separation, when she really was controlling the narrative and he was getting pounded in the press. So she held a dinner and never ever spoke about Wallace and Edward, ever, but started reminiscing about Wallace and Edward, how weak they were, how they were, traitors, to reinforce to Charles that he was not to move to Tuscany just temporarily, just to escape the press for a little while. And so Charles, of course, changed his mind and stayed because he had to do it for the country. But doesn't that give you Prince Harry vibes? This was a guy that just was trying to escape the negative press.
Yeah.
Everybody blames Princess Diana, but in reality, this was his father had similar, interests and pursuits, and the Queen Mother is the one who talked him out of it.
But the difference is that Charles listened.
Yeah,
the difference
absolutely.
to Harry is that Charles listened. And secondly, I think that was great perception, actually, from the Queen Mother to sit him down. And also, again, but it does feed into, how thick does Charles need to be to not realise that his grandmother is laying it on with a trowel to try and convince him not to go to Tuscany? Suddenly she starts talking about these royals that moved abroad, and he says, oh, God, this is a coincidence that the grandmama is talking like this. I better not go to Tuscany.
I also think what's really interesting about that story is that they found this out through former employees that felt really uncomfortable by it. So,
well, they were quite comfortable. They were quite comfortable for 7 years.
If they were the ones counting it, I can't imagine. Please don't put me in that situation.
You're right, though. The prince's meetings with the Sheikh were not in the court circular, the list of official engagements, and the royals' gift policy states that members of the royal family are allowed to accept a cheque as a patron of or on behalf of a charity. Apparently, the royal gift policy doesn't mention cash.
Yeah, convenient.
It was quite rude as well, I think. It wasn't even the cash with his own mother's head on it.
I send this back.
That's the thing I'd say. If you were gonna pay in dodgy cash, at least have your mother's head on it.
Exactly. Although that might have made him feel a little guilty. Perhaps he specifically requested that it not. But this is not, I don't think that this is anything by any means that will, limit his access to ascending the throne. But I do think it just adds to a laundry list of concerns that people have about his leadership skills and his moral compass.
I agree. And again, just how stupid they all are. He is really trying to now outdo Andrew when it comes to complete and utter idiocy. And
you're so savage that you woke up and chose violence today, Cristo.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry if you accept a hold all. And the fact that it was in Fortnum and Mason bags. Did one of the Sheikh's associates say, "No, it's in Tesco bag. He'll never accept it in those Tesco bags. Go and buy something from Fortnum and Mason. We'll shove it in there. He'll definitely take it there." And it worked. It worked. Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. Fortnum and Mason. We'll have some of that. When we come back, we'll talk about some more of the royal stories of the week with Kinsey as well. I'm sure that there's some Harry news, and we'll come back and talk about that right here, live from the Talk Radio studio. This is Talk TV.
The To Die For Daily Podcast is brought to you by R is for Revenge Dress, written by Kinsey Schofield and published by Post Hill Press. R is for Revenge Dress explores the celebrated life of Princess Diana through the alphabet, hitting bookshelves November of 2022. Pre-order R is for Revenge Dress at Amazon or Barnes & Noble today.